In the heart of the ancient village of Ekpo, nestled deep within the lush green forest, there lived a woman named Odiaha. She was known far and wide for her beauty, wisdom, and unwavering dedication to the traditions of her ancestors. A widow for many years, Odiaha was blessed with a single son, Yukim, who was the pride of her life. Yukim was a young man of remarkable character, known for his kindness, strength, and intelligence. He had inherited his mother's beauty and his late father's sense of justice, making him the envy of many in the village. The women admired him, and the elders often spoke highly of his potential as a future leader. However, as fate would have it, Yukim's heart was not easily won by the many eligible maidens of Ekpo. His heart had been captured by a woman of ill repute, a prostitute named Ekanom, who lived on the fringes of the village. Ekanom's beauty was undeniable, but her past was tainted with shame and sorrow. She had been driven into a life of prostitution by circumstances beyond her control, yet she possessed a gentle spirit and a deep yearning for redemption. The day Yukim revealed his intentions to marry Ekanom was the day the sky darkened over Ekpo. Odiaha, who had always trusted her son's judgment, was shaken to her core when she heard the news. She had envisioned a future where Yukim would marry a maiden of noble birth, someone who would bring honor to their family. The thought of her son uniting with a woman of such a tarnished reputation was more than she could bear. "Yukim, my son," Odiaha pleaded, her voice trembling with emotion, "you are the last of our lineage, the hope of our ancestors. How can you choose to marry a woman who has been defiled by so many? The gods will not smile upon such a union, and our ancestors will not rest in peace." But Yukim was resolute. "Mother," he replied softly, "Ekanom is not defined by her past. She is a woman who has suffered greatly, and yet she has found the strength to change her life. I see in her a heart that is pure and a soul that seeks redemption. I love her, and I wish to build a future with her." Odiaha's heart ached at her son's words. She knew the village would never accept Ekanom as Yukim's wife, and she feared the shame it would bring upon their family. In her desperation, she sought the counsel of the village elders, hoping they would dissuade Yukim from his decision. The elders of Ekpo were men of great wisdom, revered for their knowledge of the ways of the world and the spirits. They listened intently as Odiaha recounted her son's intentions, and they deliberated long into the night. When morning came, they summoned Yukim to the council hut. The oldest among them, Elder Akon, spoke first. "Yukim, son of Odiaha," he began, "we understand the depth of your feelings, but you must consider the consequences of your actions. Marrying a woman like Ekanom could bring misfortune upon you and your descendants. Our traditions are clear, such a union is forbidden." Yukim listened respectfully, but his resolve remained unshaken. "Elders," he responded, "I have great respect for our traditions, but I also believe in the power of love and forgiveness. Ekanom is not the same person she once was. She has repented, and I believe that she deserves a second chance at life. I ask for your blessing, not for myself, but for the future we wish to build together." The elders were taken aback by Yukim's words. They had expected him to be swayed by their counsel, but instead, they saw a young man driven by a sense of justice and compassion. After much deliberation, they decided that the matter would be taken to the oracle, whose word was final. The oracle of Ekpo was a revered figure, a woman who had dedicated her life to serving as the mouthpiece of the gods. She lived in a sacred grove, far from the village, where she communed with the spirits and sought their guidance. Yukim, Odiaha, and the elders made the journey to the oracle's abode, where they were received with great reverence. After presenting their offerings, the oracle sat in deep meditation, her eyes closed as she reached out to the spirits for answers. When she finally spoke, her voice was filled with an otherworldly calm. "The gods have heard your pleas," she said, "and they have seen the heart of the woman called Ekanom. She has indeed suffered greatly, and her repentance is true. But the path you choose, Yukim, is fraught with challenges. If you marry her, you will face many trials, but if you remain steadfast, your love will be a beacon of hope and redemption for others. The oracle's words brought a mix of relief and apprehension. Adaiho's heart still ached at the thought of her son marrying a Canaan, but she could not deny the will of the gods. With a heavy heart, she gave her reluctant blessing, though she prayed fervently for the trials to be merciful. Yukim and Ekanam were married in a small, private ceremony. The village was divided in its opinion. Some supported Yukim's decision, while others scorned it. But Yukim and Ekanam remained resolute, determined to prove that love and redemption were more powerful than the weight of the past. As foretold, their journey was not easy. They faced scorn, isolation, and numerous challenges that tested their love and commitment. But through it all, they held fast to each other and to the belief that they were meant to be together. Over time, Ekanam's transformation became evident to all. She became known for her kindness, her charity, and her unwavering support of her husband. The village slowly began to accept her, seeing in her a woman who had risen above her past and embraced a new life with grace and dignity. Years later, when Yukim and Ekanam were blessed with children, the village rejoiced. The couple had become symbols of hope, a living testament to the power of love and redemption. Even Odiaho, who had once opposed the union with all her heart, came to see Ekanam as the daughter she had never had. The story of Yukim and Ekanam became a legend in Itam Ekpo, passed down through generations as a reminder that love, when true, can overcome even the most insurmountable obstacles. It was a tale of courage, redemption, and the triumph of the human spirit. And so, the forbidden union that had once threatened to tear a family apart became a source of inspiration for all who heard it, a story that reminded the people of Itam Ekpo that the heart, when guided by love, can bring even the most wayward souls back to the light.